What's happening, Eater and Nights? Welcome to another vid. This is Nate's Chocolate Combo 2, and I'm Nate, and this is the only podcast where building the man is the business. First thing first, if you would like to donate to this channel, you can go to $Angelic SW. That's capital ANGELIC SW. That's my cash app. And whatever you donate will be highly appreciated. And I will use that to continue to give you godly, great content. Also, I have a candy company called Angelic Sweets Candy Company, LLC. If you like to purchase any candy, you simply go to my email. I'm still working on mine. All in the way, dear. I'm still working on my website, but that's coming soon. So if you want to order some, go to palmernathan282@gmail.com. A 6-piece is $6. A 12-piece is $12. And anything customized will be extra. I also ship, and depending on how close you are, I do deliver. I have milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and white chocolate. So, now, let's get right into this. Check this out. We know that the migrants are here. And it seems to me that they are not going anywhere anytime soon. They're here to stay, at least for a minute. Major cities, Chicago, New York, LA, right here in the A, Atlanta, migrant cities. They're giving them jobs, they're giving them cars, money, nice hotels, food. A lot of them are homeless, living in tents, depends on what city and the budget and all that. But for the most part, they're giving them a nice head start right here in the good USA. Let me explain something to America, and especially to Black America. As you see, this is going to be a very, very serious problem for all American people. It started off as a Afro-American problem. They put the migrants mostly in our neighborhoods, which is like anything that's fire, it spreads. And it's spreading all over the city that the migrants are at. Crime is going up. Homelessness is going up. You see them everywhere. Gang banging is going up. Robberies is going up. Violent crimes is going up. And the resources that we have, as far as right now, we don't have enough resources for everybody. They're sucking up all the resources that the government is giving to them. Now, eventually, you say, well, it's not my problem. I live in a lucrative neighborhood, nice neighborhood, gated community. Mixed neighbors, Black, white, Asian, Latino, African, Caribbean. Everybody pretty much well-to-do. Some people have more money than others, but overall, well-to-do neighborhood, upper middle class, there's no more upper middle class. You know, this is a class society now here in America. You either have wealth or you don't, and that's another thing you're going to see. Stay tuned for that. You either wealthy or you're not. That's a whole nother video. Back to the subject at hand. right here in America, and you thinking, well, it's not going to affect me. It's coming down your door. What happens to your neighbor, meaning what happens in the other neighborhoods, will eventually spread to your neighborhood. It's just like crack cocaine. They put crack cocaine in black neighborhoods, then declare a war on drugs, giving brothers and women 20, 15 years in jail for a piece of crack, whether they're using or distributing crack cocaine. You got some time. It didn't become a epidemic until it started hitting white neighborhoods. White people started getting addicted to crack. Now it's a epidemic. But before that, it was just a war on drugs. It's the same thing right here with the migrants. The government, which is not ran by blacks, it's ran by whites, particularly white men. They made the decision to allow the migrants to come in, thinking it's only going to affect us. It started off like that, but now it's spreading all over the city. I saw in the news, Denver, Colorado looked like a third world country. On the news, crime is out of control. Poverty is out of control. The streets is dirty and nasty. Businesses are closing left and right. Denver, if you know anything about Denver, was a pretty nice city. Calm city. Not a lot of people, but a nice city. Now it looked like South Central LA. You did that, government. Now it's affecting everybody. And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. In Queens, New York City, a lot of them now, the women, the migrants, a lot of the Asian women are prostituting now, right on the strip. They had that on the news, prostituting, selling their bodies. And you know where they're prostitutes, it's crime, it's drugs, drug dealers, and everything else, debauchery that comes. Right here in the good USA. Now I'm laughing about it because every time you try to destroy the Afro-American man or woman, it always backfires. Always. Same thing with AIDS. You created AIDS in the lab. Put that in black neighborhoods. And it backfired. You started contracting AIDS, HIV. Once again, your evil plan has been thwarted by the Almighty Himself, God. Ha ha. Egg on your face. It's the same thing with the migrants. You brought the migrants here to America to replace black people. Now it's a big old mess now, all across the nation. It's a big old mess across the nation. Every time you try to destroy black people, God always comes in and turn the situation around on you. Every time. Don't believe me? Read your history and you'll see. The Civil War was started over slavery, enslaving blacks. You rather kill your brother and sister than free us. White men killing white men. But you had a chance to free us without a war. You had a chance, but you didn't do that. So God stepped in and said, okay, I'll create a civil war. And yo, it's killing each other left and right. One of the bloodiest battles, I think, next to World War II. I don't think the Vietnam War was as bad, but definitely the Civil War. Uncles killing nephews, cousins killing other cousins, fathers killing sons, because a lot of family members from both sides, the North and the South, have families in the opposite part of the nation. People from the South have families up north, and people up north have families down south. So you literally have family members taking each other out. That's the God we serve. But you had a chance to avoid all of that. It's the same thing now with the migrants. So here's the new plan now. We'll bring in the migrants. We give them everything they need and want. So preferably when it's time to vote, we can swing their votes this way so they can continue to get what they want. So naturally, they're going to vote for Democrats because the Democrats that's doing it. So we can continue to get what we want and need. And now push the black man and the black woman out of society, especially in these ghettos and these slums. But God got a plan for that too. That's not gonna work either. Ain't nothing you're gonna do is going to work. It never has and never will. So this is the biggest thing with the migrants, is that the plan is to replace Afro-American men and women. That's why they're giving them the jobs, the good jobs, and the jobs that we normally don't take. It's beneath us. They don't pay a lot. They don't have any benefits. But they're giving them the jobs, but constantly raising the cost of living. So the jobs that you normally wouldn't take, you would take. You would want that job. It's better than no job, no money. I need something to generate money. And that's their plan, is to push all of us black people, the ones that can't afford to live a lifestyle, all in one part of the city, all in one neighborhood, all in one poverty, all in one impoverished area. And then hopefully we'll kill each other like roaches. Because if you put roaches in a compact space, there's not enough food, or there's not enough room to move. They're cannibals by nature. They'll start eating each other. And this is another plan too. Now that we in this one area, it's impoverished, black people will start killing each other just to survive. It's not about even having the finer things in life. It's about food, a roof over their head, clothes on their back, just everyday living. That's their plan now. We got the migrants here, so the next step is to get their vote, which is 2, and the third step is put them in positions where they start city councilmen, mayor, teachers, professors, superintendents. Please stop. Thank you. Anybody that can call the shots in our neighborhoods. As the one reporter said, be nice to them. They're going to one day be over you. They're going to be your principals. They're going to be your police officers, security guards. They're going to be the one that own the grocery stores and the gas stations in your neighborhood, in our neighborhoods. So be nice to them. That's what they said. That's the plan. And last but not least, put us all in one area so we can be watched and watch us destroy each other. Because a man and a woman is going to do whatever it takes to survive. That's any man, including me. Whatever it takes to survive. The only thing that makes me different and people like me is that we believe in a higher power. And before we do anything irrational, we'll go to God first. That's the only difference. If it wasn't for God, whatever it takes to survive, I'm going to do. That's human nature. You can't stop that. That's human nature. This is the plan. So black people, this is what you gotta do. Black men that have money and resources and ideals need to come together and put your money and your resources and your ideas together and formulate a plan. Unified, organize, and then strategize. Unified, come together, organize. Who's going to do what, when, where, and how, then strategize. This is exactly how we're going to take this money and spend it. This is exactly how we're going to do with this land that we bought. We're going to put this on this land at this particular time because this, that, and the third. In other words, it's time for us to take care of us. And what better time than now? It's time for us to take care of us. With all we got besides God. Because if it wasn't for God, we would have been exterminated a long time ago. Extinct a long time ago. But God. But God saved us. It's only Him. Whether you believe or not, it's only Him. Now, I can go deeper than that. Let you know the spiritual side, what's going on. I'm just giving you the natural side, but I can give you the spiritual side. I think I'll do that in a part 2 of this video. But I'm just giving you the natural side. That is power and oneness. This is why, it's so simple. This is why companies, no matter how smart the owners, the investors, the execs are, they still need people to do other things. They can't do everything. So we need people to do the distribution, the manufacturing, the marketing, the accounting. This is why a corporation have different departments. And each department has people that specifically work for that department. Why? Because it's power and oneness. And this is why they're so wealthy. We take the same principle and apply it to us, our people. We come together. We put trillions of dollars into the economy. We have money, but it goes out more than it comes in, more than it stays in. We spend more than we keep. Me particularly, I keep more than I spend. Now, I keep more than I spend. I don't spend a whole lot of money. I don't blow money. I save money and I put money back into my investments. This is what the other cultures do. They make money and they take that money and they put that money right back into their investments, whatever that is. And they build. And they spend a little bit here and there. But for the most part, they are building wealth. And we need to do the same thing. Start building wealth. We don't need the government. We don't need these jobs. We don't need the banks. All we need is us. God and us. Let God be our God. And that's all we need. That's it. It's just that simple. That's it. We don't need anybody else. We don't need a third party, no middleman. God in us, the God in us. That's it. Because nevertheless, the migrants are here, and like I said earlier, I don't think they're going anywhere no time soon. So the thing is, now that they're here, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? As they say, we either going to swim or sink. Choice is yours. That's on you as an individual. Because it's about to get real ugly out here. And the migrants are just one part of this problem puzzle. As you put the pieces together to this puzzle, you see bigger and more lethal problems. Tight, but it's right. Hard, but it's God. Take it how you want to.